Hey, what's up, gamers? Welcome back to BeBackGaming. Today, we're diving deep into Tainted Grail, the Fall of Avalon, the dark fantasy RPG that's been turning heads since its full 1.0 release on May 23, 2025. If you're a fan of open world RPGs like Skyrim or The Witcher, you've probably heard the buzz about this one, but does it live up to the hype? Is it a grail worth chasing, or just a tarnished cup? This is a non-sponsored review, so you know I'm keeping it real. Stick around as we break down the story, gameplay, world, and more. Let's get into it. If you enjoy honest game reviews, hit that subscribe button and ring the bell so you don't miss a thing. Tainted Grail, The Fall of Avalon is a first-person, open-world RPG developed by Questline and published by Awaken Realms. Originally a hit board game, this video game adaptation has been in early access since 2023, and now it's finally hit its full release with 3 acts and an epilogue, promising 50 to 70 hours of content. Set in a grim, Arthurian-inspired world, you're exploring the island of Avalon, a land cursed by the weirdness, a chaotic force that twists reality, especially at night. Think Elder Scrolls meets Path of Exile with a dash of The Witcher's dark storytelling. But how does it hold up? Let's start with the story. The story is where Tainted Grail shines brightest. You play as a customizable character, not one of Avalon's chosen heroes, mind you, but a nobody who's thrust into a quest to uncover the source of the weirdness and save the land. 600 years after King Arthur's fall, the narrative is a love letter to Arthurian legend but with a dark Celtic mythology twist. It's gritty, mature, and doesn't shy away from morally gray choices. You'll meet over 250 NPCs, tackle 200 side quests, and make decisions that ripple across the game's 3 expansive acts. For example, early on, I had to choose whether to help a desperate villager or expose their shady past. And let me tell you, neither option felt good. That's the vibe here, every choice feels weighty. And the game's branching narrative ensures no two playthroughs are the same. The writing is top-notch, with lore entries and dialogue that pull you into this bleak world. You even have King Arthur's ghost in your head, adding a layer of psychological depth. However, the sheer amount of reading might overwhelm players who prefer action over text. If you love story-driven RPGs, though, this is a treat. Let's talk gameplay. Tainted Grail is a first-person RPG with a focus on exploration, combat, and customization. The open world is massive, split into 3 zones packed with secrets, dungeons, and quests. You can fish, farm, craft, and even manage a house, which adds a cozy vibe to the grim setting. The word night mechanic is a standout every night. The weirdness ramps up the danger, spawning tougher enemies and better loot. It's like survival mode kicks in, and you've got to be ready. Combat feels like a mix of Oblivion and Dark Souls. You've got melee weapons, bows, magic, and throwables, with each spell having light and heavy casts for variety. The skill tree is insane. Each attribute like strength or agility has its own subtree, letting you craft unique builds. Like an alchemist berserker or a mage summoning undead. I love switching between weapon loadouts mid-fight to counter enemy resistances. However, combat can feel clunky at times, especially with janky animations and occasional glitches. The gear system also feels unbalanced. Some weapons are way too powerful early on, which can break the challenge. Still, the build variety and freedom keep it engaging. The leveling system, tied to portable bonfires, is a cool touch. You can set up camp almost anywhere to cook, craft, or fast travel using ethereal cobwebs. It's a unique spin on resource management, but encumbrance can be a pain. If you're a loot hoarder, like me, Avalon's world is a star of the show. The everlasting autumn aesthetic, with its foggy forests and crumbling ruins, is hauntingly beautiful. The art direction, inspired by the board game's stunning visuals, creates an oppressive yet immersive vibe. You really feel the despair of a dying land. The sound design, with eerie ambient noises and solid voice acting, seals the deal. That said, the world isn't perfect. Graphical glitches, like clipping outfits or stuttering textures, pop up too often. The horse controls are, let's just say, not great. They get stuck on everything. And while the world is huge, some areas feel empty compared to the dense storytelling zones. Still, exploring Avalon during Word Night or stumbling on a hidden dungeon is pure RPG bliss. Now, let's address the elephant in the room: performance. Tainted Grail has come a long way since its early access days, but it's still rough around the edges. During my playthrough on PC, I hit multiple crashes and a nasty save corruption bug that forced me to replay sections. Quests sometimes break if NPCs glitch out, and the game's optimization needs work. Expect frame drops in busy areas. The developers have been patching regularly, but it's not the polished experience you'd hope for at launch. If you're on PS5 or Xbox Series X, reviews suggest similar issues, so temper expectations. So, what's the verdict? Let's break it down. Pros: deep, branching narrative with meaningful choices. Massive open world with tons of exploration and side content. Incredible build variety and customization. Word Night adds a thrilling survival twist. Stunning art direction and immersive atmosphere. Cons: clunky combat and unbalanced gear. Frequent bugs and crash. Horse controls are a nightmare. Heavy reliance on text might not suit everyone. Some empty world areas and graphical glitches. Is Tainted Grail: The Fall of Avalon worth your time? If you love story-driven RPGs and don't mind a few rough edges, absolutely. It's a bold, ambitious game that nails the dark fantasy vibe and offers a level of choice and replayability that rivals the best in the genre. It's not as polished as Skyrim or The Witcher 3, but it's not trying to be. It's carving its own path, with a unique blend of Arthurian lore and grim survival. For me, it's a 7.5 out of 10. Great, but held back by technical issues. If you're curious, I'd say dive in, but maybe wait for a few more patches if you want a smoother ride. That's it for our Tainted Grail: The Fall of Avalon review. What do you think? Gonna explore Avalon or pass on this one? Drop your thoughts in the comments below, and let me know what games you want us to review next. If you enjoyed this deep dive, give it a thumbs up, subscribe, and hit that bell for more BeBackGaming content. We're a small channel, so your support means the world. Until next time, keep gaming, and I'll see you back here soon.